yeah, we want retribution. Oh yeah, we want retribution. Oh yeah, we want retribution. Yeah, we ran out of patience. Boil up with the cold hard hatred. I can feel the vibration. Feet in the streets, it's a new sensation. I wanna break faces on the pavement. I wanna make greatness look complacent. Adrenaline awakened, I can taste it. We can make an impact, grab and then take it. Like a disease, bring to their knees. Take the thing to see. Just like a weed.
It's warm and then it's cold. I don't know what's going on here in New Jersey. But regardless of that, we are going to have a good time because we are turning up on a Thursday. And that could only mean that. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm the one and only DJ Storms. And I would like to welcome each and every single one of you back here to a very special edition Thursday stream. We are streaming live on 4 different platforms across 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 different accounts. Nice wide outreach tonight. Man, I am feeling some sort of way here tonight, as of course, you already know who I am, Mr. Controversy, and the operator of the best damn X, formerly known as Twitter, handle, no. Hold on just a minute. We need to stop what we're doing. I just want you to take a deep breath. I just want you to just breathe in, just go, oh. I just want to do it again. Do it again. Do it a second time. You got to go, oh. One last time, ladies and gentlemen, I want you to breathe in and go, oh, shit. Do you smell that? That is succulent. That is tasty. Do you know what that is right there? Earl, compose yourself. Do you know what that is?
Excellent.
It is the smell of pure, fucking, unadulterated excellence. Wait for it. Wait for it. To mankind. Oh yeah, man. Oh yeah. This is the official rundown for AEW Full Gear 2023, which of course is streaming live, not on the cock, not on Peacock. That is streaming live on Bleacher Report and all pay-per-view platforms this Saturday from the Kia Forum in Los Angeles, California, the shithole known as California, starting at 7 p.m. Eastern Time. That is, of course, when the buy-in starts. And we are here to preview and predict all the festivities going down. But as you can see, I am not alone. He is the creator of the wrestling experience, and the mothership has decided to take a trip into the eye of the storm once again. The creator of the wrestling experience, the leader of the Raw Watch-Along, the Dynamite Watch-Along, the SmackDown Watch-Along, the Collision Watch-Along. He is a lifelong wrestling fan, DJ Storm's Posse member, coming straight out of Brooklyn, And above all else, he's a very good friend of mine. Ladies and gentlemen, please help me welcome Mr. Excitement himself, Earl Cole. How you doing, man?
Something. I love all those accolades, ladies and gentlemen. I'll tell you this much, ladies and gentlemen. I'll tell you this much. My show, The Wrestling Experience, ladies and gentlemen, is taking a Thanksgiving holiday break. We will be back in full effect, ladies and gentlemen, on the 30th of November, ladies and gentlemen. But until then, ladies and gentlemen, if you don't know who I am, here's
Now
something.
with the hottest show in the universe, The Wrestling Experience, with your host, Earl Cole.
Acknowledge me.
Coming at you with all the dope shit, freshest WWE content, and also the AEW. You are now watching The Experience, The Wrestling Experience. Now with your host, Earl Cole.
Man, that was sizzling.
It just never gets old, ladies and gentlemen. It just never gets old. I'll tell you this much, ladies and gentlemen. This gentleman here, he was on our show last night, ladies and gentlemen, and we tore the house down, ladies and gentlemen. And thank you all so much for the views. The views were fantastic, ladies and gentlemen. I had a good time with DJ Storms last night, ladies and gentlemen. And ladies and gentlemen, as he says, my mothership, ladies and gentlemen, has now come to the Storms Castle. Ladies and gentlemen, we've landed behind the clouds. Ladies and gentlemen, we're hovering over, ladies and gentlemen, and I'm beaming into your living rooms. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, and I'll tell you this much. I love doing these shows, these kind of shows, ladies and gentlemen. It doesn't happen few and far between. But ladies and gentlemen, when we do come together, ladies and gentlemen, it's like peaches and herb. Reunited is so good, ladies and gentlemen. And I'll tell you this much, ladies and gentlemen. This gentleman here, his brand is hot. His audience is hot, and I love collaborating with him every time he asks me to. And I'll tell you this much again, ladies and gentlemen, the wrestling experience is growing. We are growing by leaps and bounds. And what I mean by that, ladies and gentlemen, is that today, ladies and gentlemen, I I tell you this much, ladies and gentlemen, if you want these t-shirts, ladies and gentlemen, take a look at these, ladies and gentlemen. These are hot items, ladies and gentlemen. These are the wrestling. This is how far, ladies and gentlemen. This is how far this has gone, ladies and gentlemen. So from this little pea in the pod to this big conglomerate, ladies and gentlemen, the wrestling experience is growing. And we want to thank you all for supporting me. I want to thank the Hardcore Sports Network. I want to thank DJ Storms. I want to thank all my audience, my subscribers. Ladies and gentlemen, we're up to 381 subscribers. Ladies and gentlemen, we're getting close to that 400 mark, ladies and gentlemen. We're almost to the finish line, ladies and gentlemen. And ladies and gentlemen, all of my views on my videos are fantastic. And you have made the Raw Watch Along the number one show on the internet, on the Hardcore Sports Network. And thank you all so much for doing that. Thank you so much for doing that. I'll tell you something, ladies and gentlemen. Full Gear, I can't wait for Full Gear, ladies and gentlemen. This Saturday night, ladies and gentlemen, we will have the telecast. We will have the telecast. I am your host of the show, ladies and gentlemen. And we're going to have fun Saturday night. It's going to be me. It's going to be Sarah. It's going to be Mac the Giants and Mitch Kowski. Everybody will be on the streams, ladies and gentlemen. We will bring you Full Gear 2023, ladies and gentlemen. And I'll tell you something, Inglewood, California is going to be on fire for this show, ladies and gentlemen. It's going to be headlined, ladies and gentlemen, by MJF taking on Jay White, ladies and gentlemen. We also have the Texas Death Match. We had a strong go-home show last night, a solid go-home show, a fun go-home show last night, ladies and gentlemen. And that is how you do the show. Ladies and gentlemen, if you want to follow me on social media, you can. Very simply, all you have to do is follow me on Twitter at WWE Earl C. That is WWE Earl C. And of course, ladies and gentlemen, you can always follow me on Twitter you can follow me on Facebook as well. You can look me up, Earl Cole. Very simple on Facebook. Instagram is Earl C99, as you all know. And ladies and gentlemen, please turn on that notifications so that when you know I go live, it's always a good time here at the Hardcore Sports Network. And again, I want to thank DJ Storms. I want to thank his brand. I want to thank him. And I'm always here for him. And anytime he asks me to come on the show, I'm ready to go. And DJ Storms, again, thank you so much for your time and your energy. And thank you, my friend. And I'm here for you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Earl Cole. Wonderfully done as far as a cold open goes. And I think I'm gonna have to start purchasing some T-shirts of yours. Obviously, you got the I agree with your assessment. What about Woolly Wild and all over the place? We got one of those.
Yeah, that is coming out next year. That is coming out.
All right.
That is coming out next year, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, it's woolly, wild, and all over the place, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, ladies and gentlemen.
I'm looking
Also,
forward to
ladies
that.
and gentlemen,
I'll
coming
have
out
to
in
get you a T-shirt, man.
2024. What was that? What was that, DJ?
I'll have to get you a T-shirt. I got a T-shirt saved in the vault for you. when
Yeah,
you're ready.
yes. I'm purchasing that next week. I'm purchasing that as of next week. I'm going to get on the horn and get that done. I promise you, my friend, I'm going to get that done. And ladies and gentlemen, so Woolly Wild and all over the place will be coming out in 2024. As is, he is beating the stew. He is beating the stew. Oh, there's something. It's yes, later. These sayings, ladies and gentlemen, are so funny and entertaining that people love them so much that I put them all on T-shirts, ladies and gentlemen. And you can wear them, you sport them, ladies and gentlemen, and have fun with them, ladies and gentlemen, like I have. This has been a great year for me, ladies and gentlemen. And again, I want to thank all of you at the Hardcore Sports Network for we're having so much fun, and thank you for supporting me and supporting my brand, ladies and gentlemen. And ladies and gentlemen, if I didn't tell you the announcement, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to be at the Prudential Center for AEW Dynamite's first show of 2024, which will be on January the 3rd. And ladies and gentlemen, I'm officially heading to Philadelphia for WrestleMania 40. I'm going to the entire show, ladies. I'll be there for 2 nights, plus all of the activity that is the WrestleMania weekend. So, ladies and gentlemen, my bags are going to be packed, and I'm heading to Philadelphia, PA, ladies and gentlemen, and I'm heading back to Newark. So I'm going to have fun in 2024. Again, like I said, DJ Storms, thank you so much. Let's get in this ring and let's do this full gear.
Well, first things first, obviously, you already got your self-brand promotion and advertisements out there. Now it's time for yours truly. You can follow me on X and Instagram at HistoryMakerDJS. Once again, that is at HistoryMakerDJS on both X and Instagram. You can also add me on Facebook as well for collaborations and business inquiries. Please send me an email. My email is, of course, StormsTakeOver@gmail.com. Please make sure that you like the official DJ Storms business page, and I may just send you an invite to join the official DJ Storms Posse group on Facebook. That is, all of those links are in the description, and of course, Mr. Earl Cole is a senior administration member of the DJ Storms Posse Facebook group. I also created a new DJ Storms Posse community on Twitter, and Earl, I did send you an invite over on the Twitter DMs, so make sure you go and check that out once this stream is over. On top of that, I would like to shout out some sponsorships. First off, Brittany K. She is a wonderful woman, very good friend of mine, and a big supporter of the brand. She does beautifully crafted graphic designs and drawings on her iPad from scratch. So if you guys are looking for a great wrestling graphic design drawing, or if you're looking for a new Twitter Avi or banner, she is your girl. Go and check her out on Twitter at Brittany K5150 and on Instagram at Brittany K Designs. Shout out to Mr. Jay Aletto of PWP Nation. We are not live on the PWP Nation Facebook page as of right now, but Jay Aletto and myself, we are in a business partnership with PWP Nation, and I greatly appreciate his support. He is an awesome dude, and he's a very, very knowledgeable individual. He's not as good of a wrestling fan as I am, because at the end of the day, he does not know how to speak objectively. I know how to speak objectively, but nevertheless, he is a wonderful dude, and he's becoming slowly but surely an older brother to me. So shout out to Jay Aletto. Go and check out the PWP Nation website, and of course, check out the PWP Nation Facebook page. And then finally, my last sponsorship goes out to Corporate Information Systems. With more than 4 decades of experience, Corporate Information Systems is recognized by Forbes As one of America's best recruiting firms, they specialize in providing recruiting solutions to companies in a variety of industries such as high tech, food and beverage, construction, and medical devices. Now, finding the right candidates can be a time consuming and very, very challenging process, which is why CIS offers a wide range of services designed to make your recruitment process easier and more efficient. They provide a seamless and stress-free experience for both clients and candidates. So if you guys are looking for a trusted recruiting partner to help you fill your hiring needs or help advance your career, go and contact my friends over at Corporate Information System. You can check out their website, www.cisrecruiters.com. Once again, www.cisrecruiters.com. Corporate Information Systems, placing talent where it can thrive. Of course, please make sure that you like the stream no matter where you're watching it from, whether you're watching it on the DJ Storms Posse group, whether you're watching on the DJ Storms business page, my channel, Hardcore Sports channel, Earl's channel, Hardcore Sports Twitch, Hardcore Sports X, or my X. Like the stream and share it out on all platforms of social media when you can. It is extremely vital that you do so. On top of that, please make sure you share the stream out, whether it be on X, Instagram, Facebook, Pinterest, Tumblr, Snapchat, TikTok, Twitch, whatever social media platforms that you may be using, because everyone needs a dose of DJ Shizzle Bizzle and a dash of Earl Cole as well, because it is a known fact that when we collaborate, we make people's lives better. We go together like tacos and Tuesdays. It is an absolutely wonderful time when we get together and we talk some professional wrestling. Oh, yeah, man. And on top of that, please make sure, if you haven't already done so, hit the subscribe button. We are on the road to 900 subscribers for Hardcore Sports, 400 subscribers for Earl Cole, and 2,200 subscribers for your boy, DJ Shizzle motherfucking Dizzle. Please make sure you hit the subscribe button because we want to grow, we want to expand. And don't forget tomorrow's a big, big day because I got an announcement for all of you, an expansion announcement for the DJ Storms brand. It is going to be amazing. It is going to be absolutely glorious in every sense of the word. Of course, on Saturday, we got the Lightning Flash update. Sunday, we got the Rewind for Full Gear. And then next Tuesday, Hula Grim, my bro, Hula Grim from Portland, Oregon, is going to be coming back to the channel for the rundown for Survivor Series 2023, the War Games edition 2.0, because this is the second year that they're doing War Games. Hula Grim's going to be coming on my channel for the rundown for Survivor Series. That's going to be at 8:30 p.m. next Tuesday. It's going to be good, and it looks like sooner rather than later, Hula Grim is going to become a full-time member of the Hardcore Sports brand. Now,
which is a good thing, because Hula Grim, I don't mean to cut you off, DJ Storms. Hula Grim is absolutely great at what he does. He's great. I've had him on my show, ladies and gentlemen. He debuted on my show, ladies and gentlemen, and he was absolutely fantastic. His analytics and his love for wrestling is great. I love him to pieces, and if he becomes a member of the Hardcore Sports, I wouldn't have any problem with it, because I'll tell you this much, ladies and gentlemen, our wrestling division here at the Hardcore Sports is heating up very, very nicely. And we're giving out numbers, ladies and gentlemen, like nobody's business. We are kicking butt in the wrestling division, ladies and gentlemen, and that is because of you. We cannot do these shows without you, ladies and gentlemen. Can't do it without your support and your thoughtfulness. So thank you again to everyone who supports DJ Storms, who support me, and support everyone here at the Hardcore Sports. Just to let everybody know one thing before we get going. Tomorrow night, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to hit the airwaves with Sarah. Me and Sarah, ladies and gentlemen, will bring you an historic telecast, ladies and gentlemen. This is the second time we've done this, ladies and gentlemen, but we're going to have two shows in one, ladies and gentlemen. Tomorrow night, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to give you Collision, and we're going to be giving you Rampage, all in the one stream, all at the same time, ladies and gentlemen. And we will hit the airwaves at 7:50 Eastern Daylight Standard Time, ladies and gentlemen. So please, 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 whatever you do, tune into the Hardcore Sports. Watch us, ladies and gentlemen. This is going to be an historic telecast. And again, ladies and gentlemen, Thank you again for supporting me and DJ Storms. DJ Storms, take it. I'm sorry. Take it away.
No worries, Mr. Earl Cole. I'm very, very glad that you got the chance to promote Hooligan because he is great. And we're actually coming up on the 1-year anniversary of when he first decided to come on my channel. So very, very happy that Hooligan decided to dabble a little bit in the wrestling analytical game. And he's going to be doing some big things in 2024. That is for sure. Ladies and gentlemen, after you subscribe, whether it be to my channel, Earl's channel, or Hardcore Sports channel, you got to make sure that you hit that notifications bell with a huge coup de grace, because that way you're going to know whenever I pop up on YouTube. Because whenever I pop up on YouTube, oh, baby, it is the best time to be on YouTube. You know why? Because it is the only time that you're going to get to see this glorious sideburn shin strap combination and this beautiful mustache right here. Hold on. It's in here somewhere. It's in here. Come on. It's in here somewhere. I feel like I'm missing. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Look at that shit right there. It is this beautifully crafted, magical ace black comb. Hold on a minute. I got to blow on it. It is sizzling. It is hot, hot, hot. And we're going to light it up right here on the rundown with a little bit of and a dash of and a whole lot of because like a hot, fresh, sizzling beef burger with mozzarella cheese on top and a side of crispy French fries, I am just so good. I am tasty. The tastiest snack in the IWC. Let me comb this beautifully slick back pompadour right here because everybody, and I mean everybody, wants a piece of the Storm's Meister. Absolutely sizzlating. That's what I am. How about it, Earl? Was that the best one that you've seen yet?
Yes, it has. Yes, it has. Yes.
Anyway, I am going to take a break now from the self-brand promotion, the advertisements, and we're going to get straight into the festivities here on the rundown. Let's start with the 0 hour. MJF and a mystery partner of his choosing. He's going to be taking on the Guns for the Ring of Honor World Tag Team Championships. I'm actually going to throw this one over to you. I want you to give me your expertise analysis on this match. I got a few things to say about this, but I want to hear what you have to say first.
You know something, MJF is so funny. You know, from the kangaroo kick to all the obstacles that has been thrown in this man's way with the men with the black mask and everything else. MJF has fought through these waters, ladies and gentlemen. He's got a huge target on his back, ladies and gentlemen. And you know something, I don't know how MJF is standing up after all this, because a normal person would have been just done after all of these obstacles been thrown in his way. But MJF keeps overcoming these obstacles. They keep overcoming these obstacles. And I'll tell you this much, ladies and gentlemen, I love me some MJF. But here's what my concern is here. This is going to be, I believe this is the second time he has defended the ROH tag team titles without Adam Cole.
Yes.
And this is going to be a telltale sign here. Because I'm thinking to myself, I said, is he burning his candles at both ends here? By wrestling two times in a row like this. Who's his partner? I have no idea. But the last time he didn't have one. And he had to defend it by himself. Now this time he's going against the Guns. And you know they're going to be up to things. You know they're going to be up to things. And I don't know. I don't know if he's going to be able to keep these titles. I don't know if this is going to happen or not. My heart says he's going to retain, but my gut is telling me I think we're going to have new champions.
Well, if we are going to have new champions, then they're certainly not going to be winning the titles by pinning MJF. You can't pin the world champion like that. The world champion's already been pinned earlier this month.
Right, exactly.
If we're going to if we're going to go based off of that, it all depends on who his partner is. I
Right.
don't know what it is. It seems like they are really leaning towards Samoa Joe being his partner, and Samoa Joe is inevitably going to get a world championship match against MJF, probably in his hometown. It's just very, very hard to tell. First of all, I'm going to throw this out there. I appreciate the story, but I, honest to God, don't like Samoa Joe hanging around the world title picture after he lost to MJF back at Grand Slam.
Yeah, I
Now,
agree.
granted, I will say this. I understand that they needed to alter some plans after Adam Cole's injury. I completely understand that, but you had to finish up with Samoa Joe and the Ring of Honor World Television Championship. You had a match to do at Final Battle with Mark Briscoe. I already complained about that. We're probably going to get our answer as to what he's doing with the Ring of Honor World Television Championship. That is Tony Khan. We're going to find out what the deal is on tonight's episode of Ring of Honor. I'll go back and rewatch it after we get off of the stream. But I'm very, very disappointed that they did not dabble into that and have Mark Briscoe go out of his way to finish his story with Samoa Joe, and Mark Briscoe would win the Ring of Honor World Television Championship, unless they're going to have Mark Briscoe built up to Supercard of Honor to fight Eddie Kingston, and then he wins the Ring of Honor World Championship, which I would not mind either. I think that would be a very, very, very good route to go. But regardless of that, I was actually hoping that we would kind of see Roderick Strong and the Kingdom kind of butter up MJF a little bit, because I've been sticking by Adam Cole is the man behind the Devil Mask. I've been sticking by the fact that Adam Cole is the guy behind the Devil Mask, and he's kind of pulling all the strings behind MJF's back. I thought that Roderick Strong and the Kingdom were going to get MJF to open up a little bit, and we were going to see Roderick Strong and MJF defend the Ring of Honor World Tag Team titles on behalf of Adam Cole, and maybe they run with the Ring of Honor World Tag Team titles for a little bit before we inevitably get the revelation of Adam Cole as the Devil. Now, CM Punk and Britt Baker were actually ruled out as the Devil. That only leaves two choices to me. It's either Jack Perry or Adam Cole, and I'm still sticking with Adam Cole. I'm not sure what's going on, but since Adam Cole is saying, hey, consider Samoa Joe's offer, consider Samoa Joe's offer, consider Samoa Joe's offer, it really does indeed feel like that Adam Cole is going to be revealed as the Devil. I just don't like the way how they're going about this. And I really don't like the fact that Samoa Joe is ultimately going to become MJF's partner, because I, honest to God, don't see Roderick Strong doing it. I, honest to God, don't see it happening, because we've gotten no signs of MJF and Roderick Strong in the Kingdom forming an alliance for the time being. And then obviously when the time is right, Adam Cole pulls the rug out from underneath MJF. He worked well. He worked well with the Righteous, and they gave us an entertaining handicap match for the 10 minutes that it went. I'm sure they're going to do it again, but ultimately the Guns are not going to win. I cannot see MJF losing those tag team titles. I don't know what they're going to do at Final Battle. That's going to be a little bit more interesting. I have no idea what the hell they're going to be doing at Final Battle. We'll have to wait and see. But I'm going to go with MJF. He's going to remain one half of the Ring of Honor World Tag Team Champions. No reason to take the title off of him right now. I'm not sure how much longer he's going to run with it. We're going to have to hold our breath and see. But either way, I can't see the Guns winning. But if anything, I do see Juice Robinson and the Guns being the ones to beat the Acclaimed and Daddy Ass, and they become the AEW World Trios champions down the line. Do you have anything else to add, Mr. Cole?
That was brilliant by you, by the way. Here's the problem that I have with the Devil Mask. Okay. Everybody's saying that it's Adam Cole behind the Devil Mask, but my problem with it is you see him on vignettes when MJF is backstage and they're doing an interview with Renee Paquette. You see him on the screen and he's talking to MJF. Then all of a sudden they cut away and then they show the guy in the Devil Mask. So my question is, how can you show Adam Cole and then the Devil Mask at the same time if you think that it's Adam Cole in that mask? Because that has to be some kind of trick camera work or something. That's kind of hard to do that. So I'm kind of questioning about that. I have a little question about that. As far as Jack Perry is concerned, as the Devil Mask, well, he's been suspended by AEW, and he still hasn't been reinstated. Tony Khan has not made an official announcement as he if he's going to reinstate him or not. So therefore, I'm going to rule him out of the Devil Mask. I am not sure who the Devil Mask is, but here's the interesting thing. Tony Khan just signed somebody to AEW. And would it be very fitting if the person he signed is the person in the Devil Mask? Now that could be interesting. That could be interesting. So put that in your bank. Put that in your memory bank, ladies and gentlemen. Put that in your memory bank. Now, as far as this match is concerned, yeah, in my gut, I was gonna think that the Guns would win it, but I'm gonna go with DJ Storms here. I think that MJF will retain. He is going to retain, even though MJF does not want to team with Samoa Joe. I could see maybe at the end, before the match starts, he caves and he gives Samoa Joe the opportunity to be his tag team partner, and then Samoa Joe turns on MJF, and then that will make the feud even more. That will fuel the fire even more for these two to meet at World's End in Long Island. I think I could see that happening. But like you said, I agree with your assessment. And yeah, MJF retains.
It's definitely going to be an interesting layout as far as the Devil Mask goes. What would be interesting is this. I would not mind if Perry ends up being the man in the Devil Mask, but Adam Cole is still the one behind the scenes pulling the strings, and Jack Perry, in a sense, would just be a red herring. Or maybe it's Kyle O'Reilly. Maybe it's Kyle O'Reilly. Kyle O'Reilly, he could very well come back from neck surgery, and maybe he's working with Adam Cole to try and weaken MJF. It's an intriguing angle. It's a very intriguing angle, and I'm actually very much looking forward to seeing how they play that out. But I think we're MJF across the board here, whether he tag teams with Samoa Joe, whether he tag teams with Roderick Strong, or whether he goes it alone and fights in a handicap match, MJF is going to remain one half of the Ring of Honor World Tag Team Champions. Let's go to the main show. Let's talk about Hikaru Shida defending the AEW Women's Championship against timeless Toni Storm. I mentioned it last night on the AEW Dynamite Watch Along. I didn't get the gimmick at first. I thought it was very cheesy. It was way too over the top. It was kind of stupid. But the more that I saw it, and the more that I saw Toni Storm just really getting into it, and they were going all out with the black and white screen, and she hired Luther as her butler, and the Marilyn Monroe hairstyle, and the see-through robe, and all this other shit. The theme music, like the classic 1900s theme music. It's come to a point where it's so cheesy, it's so over the top, it's so ridiculous that it's great. And I said it almost gives me similar vibes to the broken Matt Hardy character from back in the day, because like it was just so ridiculous. It was just so out of this world. It was so over the top, and it was just so goofy that it ended up being great. That's what I'm getting from Toni Storm. Now, one thing I really hate about this is the fact that if Toni Storm is going up against Shida here, it's all but confirmed that Toni's got to win this, because at the end of the day, Toni Storm right now is the best act in the women's division to hold the AEW Women's Championship. If it was up to me, I'd give it to Chris Statlander, but Chris Statlander is the TBS champion. She's killing it. She's doing her own thing. So it really does seem like Toni Storm is going to have to win it back. I am kind of pissed at that, because the AEW Women's World Championship, ever since August, has essentially been treated like a hot potato. It's been going back and forth. Sheeta won it and then lost it to Saraya, and then Sheeta won it back from Saraya, and now Toni Storm's going to win it back from Sheeta. It's becoming very, very exhausting. It's almost like Tony Khan, ever since the TNT Championship has essentially healed itself, and now Christian Cage and Luchasaurus, they're doing God's work with the TNT Championship. It's almost like Tony Khan has to find another championship to turn into a hot potato. It's fucking stupid. It really, really is. I understand that the AEW women's division, it's not where it needs to be, but at least you can give us a decent championship reign, a lengthy championship reign, even though the division is not where it needs to be. Why is it that Athena and Kris Statlander, the Ring of Honor Women's World Champion and the TBS Champion, why are those two having better title reigns than anyone that touches the AEW Women's World Championship? It's almost like that title is cursed. Meanwhile, you take a look at Kris Statlander, and she's easily been the top-tier workhorse of the division, although I'm not sure how much longer that's going to last, because it really does seem like her title reign could be coming to an end on Saturday, but we'll talk about that. As far as Toni Storm and Hikaru Shida goes, I don't understand how Toni Storm loses this, especially since they introduced Mariah May. It seems as though Mariah May and Toni Storm, they're going to be a duo going forward, with Toni Storm holding the AEW Women's World Championship. And then maybe we could very well be looking at Toni Storm versus Mercedes Moné potentially at Revolution next year. I'm not sure how they're going to play that out, but either way, if Mercedes Moné is coming in, which I do believe she is at some point next year for AEW, that's going to be your match at Revolution. It's either that or Shida. And if anything, Shida, if you ask me, I think Shida would fit much better in the TBS Championship title division. I would love to see a rematch between Statlander and Shida for the TBS Championship, because I remember they had a match back on, I think it was maybe episode number 11 or 12 of AEW Dynamite, and that was a very, very classic episode. Those two killed it. Back, I believe it was on the December, what was it, the December 4th edition, I believe it was. The December 4th edition, I believe it was, and that was a really, really, really good match for those two women back in the day. That was before Statlander even had her knee injuries. So if those two put on a good match then, I think they could put on an even better match now. But as far as the women's title picture goes, I don't see how Toni Storm loses this, unless you got something else on your mind.
Here's the thing. First of all, Okada Ishida just won the title. She just got it back. She just got it back. So in my heart of hearts, I don't like you said before, I don't like playing hot potato with titles. I don't like it. It ruins the mystique of the title. It ruins the history of the title. And it ruins the person holding the title. So I don't like playing hot potato with titles. So I'm going to go in the opposite direction here. I'm going to go in the opposite direction. And I think Ricardo Ishida is going to retain. She's going to retain this title, because here's the thing. You can't just give her the title just for a couple of weeks or whatever the amount of days is, and then just make her drop it just like that. Now, this woman, Toni Storm, this character, like DJ Storm brilliantly said, the character is very cheesy. It's very over the top. And the cheese slides off this woman's cracker. Ladies and gentlemen, the mail was home, but nobody was there to receive it. Ladies and gentlemen. And she's married to the man of that. Well, we call him Animal from the Muppets, ladies and gentlemen. Ha, 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 ha. Yeah, him, ladies and gentlemen. But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, Toni Storm, yeah, timeless Toni Storm. It's a cheesy character. I didn't get it at first. I didn't understand it at first. She eats the fruit with the skin on it. She acts bananas. She's all over the place. She's unpredictable, ladies and gentlemen. And I just don't see her winning the title. Now, I could be wrong. I could be wrong with my prediction. We could get a new title holder. But again, I don't like playing hot potato with.
It's cheesy, but it works.
What was that? What was that?
The gimmick is cheesy, but it works.
Yeah, it's cheesy, but it works. Yes, it works. The character works. It fits it like a glove, ladies and gentlemen, because Juice Robinson is a nutbag, and so this the both characters work. Um, so based upon what I said, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to keep my predictions, and I'm going to say that Hikaru Ishida retains. She's going to retain the title.
All right. So we're going on opposite ends of the spectrum right here. I guess we'll have to place a little money on this.
No, okay, all right.
We'll take a look at that, but I got Tony Storm again. I just don't see how she loses. Let's go to the AEW World Tag Team Championship Fatal 4-Way match. Ricky Starks and Big Bill, La Facción Ingobernables, FTR, and Kings of the Black Throne, AEW World Tag Team Championships. Now, the feud has mainly been developed on Collision, and if you're asking me, it's kind of a mishmash. It's kind of a mishmash of programs. Obviously, you got the House of Black. They're going after FTR. You got Ricky Starks and Big Bill. They're trying to thwart off challengers like LFI, and they're trying to turn back FTR as well. Obviously, there hasn't really been too much build to this match. I'm not really invested in what they're doing. I'm happy for Starks and Bill, and I do believe that this is going to be a defining victory for them. I do believe that Starks and Bill are going to retain. I do believe that the match will be great. I don't know what it is. It just feels like the tag team division could use a little bit more of an adrenaline boost. It just needs a
Yes,
little bit more of a shot in the arm because
as you.
after this, it feels like the Blackpool Combat Club, they're going to handle the House of Black. Obviously, you got FTR as well. I'm not really sure what the beef is. The House of Black hasn't really explained it. I love the House of Black. I do think that Starks and Bill are going to retain, but there's a small part of me that's a little biased and a little small part of me that wants the House of Black to win just because I'm a big House of Black guy. They had a great run as trios champions, and I would love to see them continue their momentum. I was actually shocked when Ricky Starks and Big Bill won the championships. I wasn't mad because I think that they're both great, and I'm happy for them, but I was very, very shocked that they won the championships. I thought that they were going to build up the House of Black to take the titles off of FTR, but that's just me. Either way, I do believe that this should be a victory for Big Bill and Ricky Starks. And Ricky Starks and Big Bill, they can continue on doing what they're doing going into the next pay-per-view. And I do have a big match for them at the next pay-per-view. I do have a major matchup for them at World's End, and I think that you'll like it. But until then, let me get your prediction. I'm not sure how this is going to play out, but I do believe that Starks and Bill are going to retain. The match will be great. I'm sure the match is going to be a chaotic, very entertaining mess, but a mess in a good way. And ultimately, I do believe that when the smoke clears and the dust settles, Ricky Starks and Big Bill will still be your AEW World Tag Team Champions. Earl Cole, the floor is yours.
You took everything of what I was gonna say. You took everything I was gonna say, and I don't have any other thing to say about it. The match is gonna be fine. The match is gonna be okay. I agree with you. I think that the tag team division needs a spark, just like the women's division needs a spark. And yeah, I was very shocked that Big Bill and then won the tag team belt. Ricky Starks and Big Bill won the titles because I'll tell you this much: I was not expecting that title change. I did not know that FTR was going to drop the straps to them. And now that they're holding them, why would you take them off of them right now? They're on a high, they're on a roll, and they work together as a tag team, and they even work better as a tag team champions. So I'm going to go on the same wavelength as you, and they will retain the titles. They will give them a fight. Don't get me wrong. This match is going to be physical. It's going to be a hard hitting match. All of these men in the match, ladies and gentlemen, they're not dull. They're not dull at all. FDR will give you a banger. The House of Black will give you a banger, ladies and gentlemen. I think it'll be. I think in the most part of the match, you're probably going to see one team almost winning the titles, but then it gets thwarted. So yeah, I'm gonna go on the same wavelength as DJ Storms, yeah, and Ricky Starks and Big Bill retain.
Who else can you see them challenging? Now, I do believe that they could very well have a little interim challenger with LFI. Maybe we see LFI and the House of Black go at it a little bit. FTR is obviously going to mix it up a bit. Maybe FTR stays around the AEW World Tag Team title picture. Maybe we see FTR go after MJF in the Ring of Honor World Tag Team Championships, considering they never got their rematch after they lost to the Briscoes. So there's a lot of different routes that they can go. Obviously, you got the talent in the tag team division, because you look at that tag team division, you look at this match. I mean, the talent is there. The talent is there. You've got all the talent in the world. It's just all about gaining the right amount of momentum, putting the right stories forth, and really formulating a good sense of organization and structure when it comes to the tag team division as a whole, because there really hasn't been much heat other than the fact that LFI returned and they kind of attacked the House of Black. Now we got this fatal four-way. But we are Ricky Starks and Big Bill across the board here. No reason why Ricky Starks and Big Bill should lose the tag team titles. You gave them the titles. Give them a run with it. Give them a run with it, and let's see what they can produce. I mean, we already got a very good match with the Blackpool Combat Club last month on Collision. Keep the ball rolling. Let's see what happens.
Let me ask you a question, DJ Sharp. If, let's say, for example, they go in, like Tony Khan and company go in the opposite direction, and they give the House of Black the tag team titles, would you be upset about that?
I would be upset that Big Bill and Ricky Starks pretty much had a nothing title reign, but, I mean, I would very much be appreciative of the House of Black winning the championships, because that's ultimately what they should be doing. They should be acting like a dominant faction. They already won the Trios championships. Keep their dominance going. So I would, there's a small part of me that would be happy for the House of Black. I would be very happy for them. I would just be upset that they kind of did nothing with Big Bill and Ricky Starks. See, one thing that I hate is I hate transitional champions. There should be no such thing as a transitional champion. If you're going to give an individual a championship, the title reign should be no less than 100 to 150 days. That should be the bare minimum of a title reign, and you should have challengers lined up for them to beat, put on great matches, and develop credibility. We need legitimate title reigns. No such thing as short title reigns, because short title reigns do not do the champions any good. They do not do the challengers any good. They do not do the championships any good. So I would be happy for the House of Black, but yeah, I would be kind of upset that Ricky Starks and Big Bill did not get enough time with the titles.
Yeah, I'm going to agree. I'm going to agree with the assessment. I'm going to agree with the entire assessment. Yeah, I agree with you wholeheartedly. I don't like playing hot potato with the titles. I don't like transitional titles, and I certainly don't like bridging the titles over to somebody else, only to bridge them back to them. I don't think that serves anybody any purpose.
No. And look at FTR's second title reign. FTR's second World Tag Team title reign, fantastic. Look at the matches that they put on.
Right, exactly.
They held it for how long? 180 days? Nice, solid amount of time. Great match with Bullet Club Gold. Great match with the Young Bucks. Great match with Adam Cole and MJF. Great match with Aussie Open. I mean, what more do you want? What more do you want? That they gave us a great tag team title reign. Now, I wouldn't have ended it with Ricky Starks and Big Bill, but I can't really complain about that, because Ricky Starks and Big Bill, they have really meshed very well together. So moving on here. This is the one that I'm looking forward to the most. Hangman Adam Page and Swerve Strickland, Texas Death Match. Let me tell you something. If you're asking me what has been the best program in all of AEW, ever since Adam Cole got injured, Swerve Strickland and Hangman Adam Page have been killing it. Absolutely killing it. Everything about this program has been great. The promos back and forth, the way that Hangman has carried himself, the way that Swerve has carried himself, the home invasion, just the cocky prick-like attitude that Swerve has, and the way that he just oozes the fact that he's a dickhead. Prince Nana is a fucking gem. I mean, how can you hate this program? How can you hate this program? I'm swerving when I drive every fucking day. No, I'm not. Because
Careful.
Yeah, of course I'm careful. But Hangman Page, a lot of people have been saying this, and there's a part of me that's slowly starting to agree with them. Hangman Page should be the top tier babyface in the company. Like if you're looking for a Cody Rhodes or an LA Knight of AEW, Hangman Page should be your guy. Just the way that he's come off, no matter where he is, whether he is fighting Jon Moxley, whether he's fighting Lance Archer, Adam Cole, Bryan Danielson, CM Punk, wherever he is, Hangman Page is everything that you want in a babyface. Although I do believe that Hangman has a great heel in him. I do believe that Hangman Page has I don't know what it is, but my dad talked about this with me, I think a year or two ago. He said that Hangman Page, if he feels like Hangman could be a Randy Orton style heel, if he really wants to go forth with it. But as far as right now, Hangman Page is their top tier babyface, and he's very, very versatile. Same thing with Swerve. It's a program that I never thought that we needed, and everything that they have done has been great. And surprisingly, they have not gotten a lot of appreciation than that they really should have gotten. And it will, honest to God, to me, it will go down as the most underrated feud of the year. Now, the winner, I don't know. This honestly could swing either way. It honestly could swing either way because even after Full Gear, I feel like you could still get a little bit more juice out of this feud. Even after Full Gear, I feel like you could do one last match at World's End, and that could be the end of it all. Because this is Hangman's match, essentially. This is Hangman Page's match. He beat Lance Archer in a Texas Death Match. He beat Adam Cole in a Texas Death Match. He beat Jon Moxley in a Texas Death Match, which, to me, was one of the top 5 best matches of the year.
Right.
That, to me, was one of the top 5 best matches of the year. And on top of that, that was probably the best match of Hangman's career, to me, at Revolution. So, outside of that, it's very, very hard for me to say that Hangman should lose, because after Swerve invaded his house, it almost feels like he has to win. I mean, they could give the victory to Swerve. They could absolutely give the victory to Swerve, and then we go forth towards a third match at World's End. I wouldn't mind that at all, because again, you can still get a lot more juice out of this program. So, I don't know. In my eyes, it's kind of unpredictable, but I guess that's what makes it great. But in my eyes, I do believe Hangman's going to take this. I do believe that Hangman's going to take this, and I do believe that we could be looking at steel cage match at World's End. If you want to end the feud after the Texas Death Match, give me Hangman Adam Page versus Swerve Strickland, part number 3, inside a steel cage at World's End, and that's how you end it. To me, I feel like that would be the perfect storybook end for this program and a perfect culmination of everything that they've done. And then Swerve can get the ultimate victory in the steel cage. And then Swerve could possibly move on if they want to. Swerve can move on and potentially beat MJF for the World Championship. You never know. You never, ever know. But I do believe that Hangman's inevitably going to take this. Earl Cole, what say you?
I'm going to agree with your assessment. First of all, let me just say something here. Let me ask you a question. This build for this feud, do you think it exceeded or kind of matched what Hangman's feud was with Kenny Omega?
Oh, no. I don't think anything will match what they did with Hangman and his rise to the top. That, to me, will still be easily like one of the top 3 best stories that AEW's ever told. That and CM Punk and MJF. But I do believe that out of Hangman's career, Swerve gave him one of his top 3 best matches. To me, the top 3 Hangman Adam Page matches were the Texas Death Match with Jon Moxley at Revolution.
That's number 1. Mm-hmm.
The 1 hour Iron Man, or not Iron Man, the 1 hour Broadway with Bryan Danielson at Winter is Coming 2021 for the world title, and then the match at Wrestle Dream. But I do believe that the Texas Death Match, that's going to overtake the Wrestle Dream match.
Okay. Well, getting back to Hangman and Strickland. First of all, this is first time for Swerve Strickland being in a Texas Death Match, and I'll tell you this much, ladies and gentlemen, I think he's taking this way too lightly. This match, ladies and gentlemen, has no rules. This match is going to be what I call woolly, wild, and all over the place.
I knew
Okay.
it. I knew you were going to say that.
I'm sorry, ladies and gentlemen. I'm sorry, but it's woolly, wild, all over the place. LLC, ladies and gentlemen. This match is going to go all over the place, ladies and gentlemen. And I'll tell you this much, ladies and gentlemen. If you don't think they're going to use thumbtacks in this match, or some barbed wire, or some tables, well, you're barking up the wrong tree because they're going to use everything in this match. There's going to be blood all spilled in this match. Hangman cannot wait to get to Inglewood, California. He cannot wait for his entrance to come through that curtain, ladies and gentlemen. And the floor director telling him he's up next. He cannot wait to get his hands on Swerve Strickland, ladies and gentlemen. He cannot wait. And I'll tell you this much, ladies and gentlemen, these two men are going to tear the house down. This could be, ladies and gentlemen, one of the top matches of the night. And I'll tell you this much, if you don't like blood and you don't like it, this is not for you because this match is going to be wild. And again, like I said before, this feud was like DJ Storm. This feud needed more recognition to it because this feud was absolutely fantastic. Him going into his house, looking over his baby's crib, taking the T-shirt and putting over the baby, and all of this stuff, and Nana acting like a jerk in the background with his stupid dancing and his grand wizard outfit. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, this is going to be an explosion. As
Love
far as the winner is concerned, yes, Hangman will win this war, ladies and gentlemen. But like DJ Storm says, I would like a part number 3 to this. And part number 3, and I agree with him wholeheartedly, we need a steel cage, and that will happen at World's End. And I think that that's what the direction Tony Khan needs to go into, ladies and gentlemen. If you want to sell the remaining 153 seats, put this match on the map and put the steel cage in the middle of the ring, ladies and gentlemen. And that will pack the house, ladies and gentlemen, because I'll tell you this much. This is going to be a powder keg.
I'm loving it. I'm absolutely loving it.
Yep.
So let me ask you this. After this program, where does Hangman go? I don't know. See, here's the thing with Hangman. He's unpredictable.
Yes.
And he's very versatile, but I can't really predict where he goes after this. I would like to see him potentially, if they want to go this route, I would like to see him maybe in the TNT or the International Championship title picture, or maybe if anything, I would like to see him help another young talent. Maybe we potentially see Hangman in a feud with, I don't know. It depends on where they want to go. Maybe they have Hangman Page in a potential feud with Konosuke Takeshita. I think that would be a great program if they want to go that route. I definitely think that you could make some do with him and Takeshita, or maybe him and Hobbs. Maybe you can make some do with him and Wardlow if you want to dabble in that before Wardlow challenges MJF. Maybe we see Hangman Page stand side by side with FTR in the House of Black. We could potentially see that. Maybe we see Hangman Page and Jay White. Maybe, because I don't see Jay White winning the world championship. Maybe we see Jay White and Hangman Adam Page at some point. Maybe that's where we're going.
Yeah. Again, like I said, that anything is possible. Like I told you last night, DJ Storm, anything in wrestling is possible. Anything is possible in the booking realm. Any program, as long as the program that you're putting the person in makes sense, it's got to make logical wrestling sense. If it doesn't make logical wrestling sense, the audience cannot invest in that, and they cannot invest in what they're watching. So You have to make the feud make sense. It all has to make sense. WWE, no pun intended. Um, but anyway, it has to make sense.
Wait, are
It
you
has.
telling me that you don't like 3 straight months of Judgment Day versus Cody Rhodes, Sami Zayn, and Jey Uso?
No, 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 no. That's enough stain on the toilet paper. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen. Anyway, I
Only when
digress.
Earl Cole and DJ Storms come together, people.
That's right. But anyway, in any way, yeah, the Hangman Adam Page. Yeah, it all depends on who they want in the program. But like I said, like I agree with you what you said. Sir Strickland and him need to have a part three, and that should be in a cage.
So from there, let's go to the 6-man tag. Actually, this is Adam Copeland, Sting, and Darby Allin versus Christian Cage, Luchasaurus, and Nick Wayne. And I do believe they have a new name for their faction. I believe they're calling it the Patriarchy, which I think is great. Christian Cage is their father, which is fantastic. Christian Cage is doing some of the best work of his career. I feel like this is. I don't think that this has as much heat as it should really have. But
Right,
as far as what we're having right now, this is ultimately a bookmark. This is a
right,
bookmark where we're going to move on from Sting and Darby Allin versus Christian Cage and his faction. Because
right,
Christian Cage, he ultimately got the victory at Wrestle Dream. They main evented the show with the TNT Championship. He got the
right,
victory. And it ultimately resulted in Adam Copeland's debut. So you
right,
can't have Sting and Darby Allin come out of this empty-handed. So
right,
you give them the opportunity to get their revenge, and then we move on and we go forth with just Christian Cage versus Adam Copeland. I'm not sure what happens with Luchasaurus and Nick Wayne. I'm guessing that we could very well see someone else join forces, or maybe Sting and Darby, Luchasaurus and Nick Wayne are kind of just going to be background players because ultimately the money is in the Christian Cage and Adam Copeland program. Do we see a match with them for the TNT Championship? I do believe that that could very well be what we're looking at World's End. I don't think that that is going to be the end of it, though. I do believe that we're going to see Adam Copeland, Christian Cage at World's End, and then after the World's End match, I do believe Christian's going to win that. Because, listen, if we're going to have this match, Christian Cage is ultimately going to have to win it. So if Christian Cage wins it, which I do believe he will, I do believe Christian's probably going to lose the TNT Championship to someone else. And then we're probably going to get the rematch at Revolution where we ultimately get Adam Copeland getting the big victory. I feel like that's where we're headed. That's just how I would do it. I feel as though that's probably the best route. But as far as this match goes, I feel like this is just going to be a bookmark. And this is going to be the match where Sting and Darby are going to get their revenge. And then we're going to move forward with Adam Copeland and Christian Cage because that's the money storyline that they're going with right now. I can definitely see Darby Allin being Sting's last opponent. I think that it's going to be a teacher versus student type of deal. And Darby Allin's going to get that win and send Sting packing. And that's going to be the end of Sting in AEW. And that is going to be a good career for Sting. Where can you see all of these individuals going after this match, and who do you think is going to win this match? I think Copeland, Sting, and Darby are taking it.
yeah. I'm going to agree with all of the assessment. I'm not going to argue with what your thought process. Not going to argue with it at all. I'm on the same train as you. Yeah, I can see this, but I'll tell you this much, ladies and gentlemen. What needs to happen in this match and what I want to see on Saturday night? I want to see Darby Allin get his hands on Nick Wayne because Nick Wayne was the person who screwed Darby Allin out of that title, at Wrestle Dream. After what that little punk snot kid did, after everything Christian did about talking about his mother, his father, and everything like that, Nick Wayne was brainwashed by Christian. And now he's with Christian. Now he's hugging him like he's his father and all this kind of stuff. I'll tell you something. Christian is a great heel. He is one of the best heels I've ever seen. I swear I've never seen a heel more nasty than Christian. Talk about people's fathers. Talk about people's deceased fathers, their live fathers. They're talking about their
You
mother's
know how
body.
great he is, dude? I'm sorry to cut you off. You know how great he is? On the all-out media scrum, the first thing that he said when he sat down was, "How's everyone's father tonight?"
Yeah. That's the way he is, and then he
Great,
loves to be in
great.
character. He loves to be in character. He loves it. He loves it. He'll talk about your mom's body, or he'll talk about anybody. He'll talk about anybody to
Ugh.
just get under your skin, just to get under your skin, so you want to smack the crap out of him. That's Christian. But I'll tell you this much, ladies and gentlemen, what I'm looking forward to in this match is Darby on getting his hands on Nick Wayne. And I'll tell you this much, ladies and gentlemen, if you're not a fan of Sting, I'll tell you this much, then you cannot be a wrestling fan. You just cannot be a wrestling. Sting is 60 plus years old, and the man goes out there, ladies and gentlemen, and he wrestles like he's 22. I mean, the man is he just goes out there and he wows the audience with what he can do at that age. Absolutely great. Sting is on a retirement tour, ladies and gentlemen. We don't have too much longer to see Sting in action, ladies and gentlemen. And every time he comes through the curtain, ladies and gentlemen, the crowd goes bananas because they know that the swan song is coming at Revolution. And I'll tell you this much. I agree with DJ Storms wholeheartedly on what the direction these people are going to go into, and I agree with what he said about the winners. Sting, Darby Allin, and of course Edge will win this contest, ladies and gentlemen. They're going to get their just dessert on on um, on the father and his people there in the corner. But what I want to see, ladies and gentlemen, what I really want to see is Darby Allin getting his hands on that snot-nosed kid, Nick Wayne. That is what I want to see. That will be popcorn admission alone, ladies and gentlemen, when these two are in the ring at the same time. So, based upon what DJ Storm said, based upon what I said, yes, the rated R superstar and his group will be your winners.
So from there, let's actually talk about the TBS championship match, which I'm actually very intrigued in. And I have to say, they actually did a pretty decent job at building this up. And it's kind of kept us guessing a bit. Chris Statlander, Julia Hart, and Sky Blue, three-way match for the TBS championship. I'm not going to lie. I actually do believe that we could see a new TBS champion right here. I do believe that Julia Hart could end up taking it. Now, me being the individual that I am, I would like to see Statlander hold it a little bit longer. I feel like you can get a bit more mileage out of Chris Statlander in the TBS championship, but that's just me. That's just me. However, I do believe that we are going to get a very, very, very good three-way match. Sky Blue, she's gotten a lot of showcase, and she has definitely come up through the ranks very, very nicely. She has been playing this new darker character very well. Julia Hart, she's grown leaps and bounds. She put on a very good 10-minute match with Chris Statlander back at Wrestle Dream. I honestly do believe that Julia Hart could take this. I do. I think that both women's championships are going to end up changing hands. And it's going to be very, very, very intriguing to see how they lay this out. Maybe Chris Statlander retains and Sky Blue ends up aligning herself with Julia Hart. And maybe we could see a tag team match between Willow, Chris Statlander, Julia, and Sky Blue. If we do see Chris Statlander retain, I do think that she could end up pinning Sky Blue. It's going to be a very, very, very intriguing thing to watch. But I would really be shocked. I would be kind of shocked if we do not see Julia Hart win this. I think that these two are actually going to put on a really, really, really good three-way. So I'm looking forward to seeing what they do.
I can see Sky Blue pinning Statlander for the title. The referee gets up to 2, and then Julia Hart does the moonsault on top of her and rolls her out of the ring, and then she picks up the scraps, and that's how she wins the match. I can see that. I can see that happening. I can see that happening. And I would not be shocked if that happens. I would not be shocked. I'm going to go with the same wavelength as you. Julia Hart is going to become the brand new TBS champion. She's definitely, and I'll tell you the finish of the match, like I just said, I think Sky Blue is going to pin Statlander. The referee gets up to 2, and then she does the moonsault right on top of her, throws her out of the ring. She picks up the scrap, and then she wins the title. And that's how the match comes to a conclusion. And that's how. Or she could accidentally, or she can accidentally miss Sky Blue. She missed her in the face with the mist, and then she's blinded and she drop kicks her out of the ring. Statlander is confused. She don't know what the hell's going on. All this witchery going on in the match, and then she rolls her up and wins the title. So either ending would work for me. Either ending would work. Either ending would work for me. But in the end, I think we're going to have a new champion, and I think Julia Hart's going to be it.
So let me ask you this. If Julia doesn't win, can you see Statlander retaining, and then we potentially see Sky Blue as the new member of the House of Black siding with Julia Hart?
Yes, that could be a possibility, yes.
It's going to be interesting because they got some options. They definitely got some options as to who's going to take the TBS championship off of Chris Statlander. But yeah, I think we're Julia Hart across the board here. Definitely think we're Julia Hart across the board here. Orange Cassidy, Jon Moxley,
Mitch's bestie.
Mitch, well, I don't know what Mitch is going to do when Cassidy beats Moxley because I cannot see Cassidy losing this. I honestly, God, cannot see him losing this. I would honestly be a little shocked and disappointed if he loses this. See, it was an unfortunate set of circumstances that happened. Jon Moxley won the championship. It seems as though we were looking at Jon Moxley versus Orange Cassidy again at Full Gear, and Orange Cassidy was going to get his big win. Now, unfortunately, Moxley got injured, and then in came Phoenix, and he won the title a little bit before Cassidy won it back. Right. Now we have Cassidy as the champion again. I wouldn't stop. I would literally give Cassidy the win here, and I would have him keep on going forward with that championship. And if you're asking me who's the guy to take it off them, I would probably take him to January with that title. I'd probably give either Miro or I'd probably give Andrade the international championship.
What about Powerhouse Hobbs?
I don't think he's ready for that yet. That they had a chance to do something with him, but I think that the Don Callis family, I think they're best suited in the tag team division. I think that the Don Callis family could definitely be best suited in the tag team division. Maybe Powerhouse Hobbs goes after MJF because right now everyone's seemingly targeting MJF. You got Wardlow, you got Jay White, you got Samoa Joe. You could add Hobbs to that. Maybe we get some sort of 6-way survival match of some sort. Maybe we see something like that. I wouldn't mind it. I would not mind it whatsoever. But I'd honestly be a little shocked and disappointed if Cassidy doesn't win this. It honestly feels like after everything that's happened, and especially what happened on Wednesday, it seems like it's all being set up for Cassidy to get the win. I don't know. What about you? I don't know. I can't see Moxley winning it. Even though Moxley was set for a long title reign, I think that they really have to go with Orange Cassidy and really solidify him as a top star. I mean, like, he's already a top star to me. He's already a main event player. But, I mean, if he beats Jon Moxley, I'd say that is really the nail in the coffin.
Yeah, here's the thing. You know, I don't understand why everybody hates Orange Cassidy. I really don't.
Too much Jim Cornette. That's why.
What was that? Too
much Jim Cornette.
Yeah.
I swear to God, Jim Cornette looks like a fucking overgrown Oompa Loompa on crystal meth.
He's so bitter. God, jeez, that man is bitter.
He's legitimately fucking retarded.
He hates AEW with a passion. But anyway,
Oompa Loompa Doompa Doo. I got a perfect puzzle for you. I've got some advice for you. I got some advice for you, Jim Cornette. You need to shut your mouth. I'm trying to think of some good rhymes right here. I got to think of some good rhymes. I'll think of them. Go ahead, Earl.
But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, I digress. Anyway, yeah, I think Orange Cassidy here, ladies and gentlemen, this is going to be a different outcome from what we got at All Out. All Out, ladies and gentlemen, Orange Cassidy was destroyed by Moxley. He actually mopped the floor with Moxley. Moxley had no answers for. Orange Cassidy had no answers for Moxley at All Out. And I think this time we're going to get a different outcome. Now, I know people like Mitch and everybody else want to see Orange Cassidy lose and cough the title up. I don't think that that's necessary. I don't think that they should do that. Don't play hot potato with these titles.
Mm-hmm.
Don't do that. Don't be doing no transitional title. I don't like to see that. Moxley will give Orange Cassidy a fight, but in the end, Orange Cassidy will find a way. He will find a way to retain that title. He's going to find a way to retain. And I'm sorry, Mitch. I know you don't like hearing that. I don't know. I know you don't like hearing that. But he's going to find a way. He's going to find a way to retain that title.
So let me ask you this. Do you think Mitch is going to throw a tantrum live on camera when that happens?
Yes, I think so, and then I might be expelled. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen,
I'm telling you, it's going to be great. What's even going to be better is to see Jim Cornette throw a hissy fit when Orange Cassidy beats Jon Moxley. What's going to happen when Orange Cassidy wins the World Championship one day?
Oh, I think Cornette is going to have a heart attack.
Oh my, he's going to have a stroke live on camera. Oompa, oompa, what do you do? I've got a piece of advice for you. Cornette, you are not slick. Don't like what I say, go suck my dick. Thank you, I'll be here all week. Shall we move on, Earl? There's your video you can clip. There's your video you can clip. I'm going to make that into a short. I will fucking make that into a short, I swear to God.
Oh my God. Anyhow, like... Ay. Oh, talk about picante spicy.
How is it that we only have 5 people in here after that shit? Oh, my God. I should have been on fucking Willy Wonka. Fuck Gene Wilder.
Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, come on in and sit a spell. That's why, ladies and gentlemen, that is why he is what he is, and that is why what I am. Oh, DJ Subs, I love you. That was really.
Let's talk about the Golden Jets versus the Young Bucks. Kenny Omega, Chris Jericho versus the Young Bucks. Now, if the Golden Jets win, they will get the Young Bucks opportunity at the tag team titles at a future date. But if the Young Bucks win, the Golden Jets will be forced to disband. Now, I'm actually going with a bold prediction right here. Have you collected yourself? You good? Good. I'm actually going to go with the Golden Jets here. I actually think the Golden Jets should take the victory here. Now, here's something that I've noticed. I don't know what's going on, but Kenny Omega has clearly thrown a couple of shoots out there on the Bucks. Like when he called them selfish, bitchy children, clear as day, that's not just kayfabe. That's a clear
that's just true. That is true.
Is a shoot right there.
And they have been removed, ladies and gentlemen, as VPs of AEW.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on, dude, but some changed with the Bucks. I don't know what happened, but ever since the Punk incident, it seems as though Omega and Page are the only 2 out of the Elite that have learned their lessons. The Bucks, on the other hand, I don't know what it is. It's just they just come off. They just come off like fucking pricks. And not in a good way. Like not pricks on camera, pricks in real life.
Yeah, they had a dispute with Chris Jericho, and ever since then they just don't like Chris Jericho. In the ring, outside the ring, they just don't like him.
I don't know what it is, but let me ask you this. I personally think that there's a rift between the Elite.
Yes.
I don't know what it is. I feel like Hangman and Omega clearly are not as fond of the Bucks as they once were. I think there's a rift.
Yeah, I'm going to agree with that. I'll say this, but their behavior as of late has really been abysmal,
It's been
and
shit.
it's been embarrassing. Um, for you to smack chairs against a ring post when you lost the title, to kick the table, to trash the room, to give the referees dirty looks, the ring announcer dirty looks, and complain to management about how you lost the match, and complain, bitch and moan, bitch and moan. You know how many times people lose titles in matches, in wrestling matches? You know how many people
I
rip
feel
up
like
the.
that was kayfabe, but like behind the scenes, it definitely feels like they have become just unbearable.
Yeah, but I think that behavior on the floor, that was just ridiculous. That I don't care about kayfabe. I think that was ridiculous. That was absolutely ridiculous. They're acting like children because you can't get your way or something. And then behind the scenes, they become real jerks, real
I
obnoxious.
actually heard from a good friend of mine. I heard from a good friend of mine. Shout out to Chrissy Roman. She's very cool. Chrissy told me, and Chrissy, if you're watching, you know who you are. She told me that the Bucks, they've always been known to be shit starters. And I'm really starting to see that. They're great at what they do. Listen, they will probably go down as arguably one of the greatest tag teams of all time, and you could arguably put them on the Mount Rushmore of tag team wrestling. But they're fucking jerk offs.
They're becoming the male version of Big Swole. Ladies and gentlemen.
I wouldn't go that far. I wouldn't go
No,
that
no,
far. I
well,
would
no. I mean, but they're
I
starting to
definitely
become.
feel like they're becoming entitled. They're becoming
Yes,
entitled high schoolers.
yeah. But what I mean by Big Swole is that they're becoming a little bit like her. As far as complaining and doing this and saying this and saying that and acting the way you can't do that. You can't act that way. You can't be like that.
No,
It's not
no,
good
not at all.
luck.
But I don't know. I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is. I definitely feel like this match was kind of made. I don't know. Was it made like as a punishment? Was it made like as a punishment? Are
Yes.
we indeed going to see the Golden Jets get the win? If anything, I think the Golden Jets winning would actually open up a whole new world of possibilities. That would actually bring about a much more intriguing match. I would much rather see the Golden Jets versus Ricky Starks and Big Bill at World's End rather than the Bucks versus Ricky Starks and Big Bill. I don't know
And
about you, but that seems a more intriguing match to me. And that would seem like a bigger victory to me rather than having the Bucks put over Ricky Starks and Big Bill.
yeah, again, like I said before, I'll say it again. I agree with your assessment. I agree with you.
I don't know. I honestly God don't know what's going to happen with the Bucks. I don't know what's going to happen with the Golden Jets. I don't know. I don't know. It's very, 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 very weird. Very weird. It's kind of odd. I don't know, dude.
Yeah, it's just something
Feel
in your crawl. It's
it's
just
not
something sticks. It's something.
there's not a lot of good vibes around this match.
No, it's
However,
not.
I do think the match could very well steal the show.
Yeah.
I do think the match will be in line to steal the show, but there's just not a lot of good vibes surrounding this match. I don't know what's going to happen, but it really does seem like it. Honest to God, seems like the Bucks they're slowly but surely ruining their reputation. They're ruining their reputation for being the tag team that they are, and they're really ruining their reputation in AEW. It seems as though more and more people are just sick of the Young Bucks antics. Like they're great at what they do. They're fantastic at what they do. Like if anyone's gonna come out here and tell me that they're not great pro wrestlers and they're a tired act, I mean, have you fucking watched WWE? Have you seen what Roman Reigns is doing? You want to talk about a fucking tired act? Give me a fucking break, you fucking morons.
Yeah,
But at the end of the day, I apologize. At the end of the day,
it's okay.
when it comes down to their attitudes, I definitely understand why there's a lot of people who are sick and tired of them, especially in recent months. I don't know why, but they have just come off like dickwads.
Yeah, they are. And the thing is that I think the last straw was them not showing up for a meeting with Tony Khan, and I think that broke the straw of the camel's back. And I think
Their egos are out of control. Their
Yeah.
egos are getting in the way.
Yeah, yeah, and Tony Khan just had enough, and that's why they're no longer VPs on the roster or as listed as VPs because they don't deserve that title. They don't deserve it. It's only for people who are mature and who wants to have a business mind like and wants to go and be successful. The Young Bucks right now, I don't know what their issue is. I don't know why they're acting this way. It's not a good look. It's not something that is conducive to the brand of AEW. And
No.
again, like I said, it's not a good look. It's not a good business model look. You can't have VPs acting like that, and then expect them to get the salary that they're getting and be VPs at the same time, and they're not worthy of VPs or they're not acting like VPs. So, excuse me.
Seems like the Golden Jets winning would be the best route to go.
Yes, I'm going to agree with you in that, and I think that they will Omega and Jericho will go over them in this match. I don't see anything going in any other direction. Um, they just can't look at the miscommunication that happened last night. How they were crashing into each other in the match, and they were like off sync a little bit in the match. Um, so I don't know what's going on with them. I don't know what's going on with them. I can't put my finger on it. I can't put my pulse on it. But it's something to watch. It's something to really, really watch and investigate. So yeah, I have Jericho's team winning this match.
All right, we'll take a look at that. MJF, Jay White, main event, AEW World Championship. I very much enjoyed the presentation of Jay White and Bullet Club Gold. Bullet Club Gold easily is one of the best acts in all of professional wrestling right now. Just the way that they come off and the way that they've been conducting themselves. Jay White is a great heel. Jay White is very good at what he does, and I was kind of shocked a bit that they went forth with Jay White and MJF as the program going into full gear. I was kind of shocked there, but I'm not complaining in the end. Some people are saying that it could result in Jay White winning the world title. I don't see that happening. I honestly do believe that in the end, MJF is going to end up getting the victory here, and we will indeed see Jay White and Bullet Club Gold. They will ultimately fall to MJF. They're going to fall to the man that is better than them, and they know it. Here's the $1 million question right here. This is going to be a great main event. We will ultimately see MJF take the victory, but do we see, here's the $1 million question, do we see the devil reveal itself here, or are we going to hold off?
See, and here's another thing too is here's another, and still, ladies and gentlemen, you still have to have this in play. First of all, you have the Men in Black. That's just one element of this main event. Then you have the Devil Mask. Then you have who did Tony Khan sign, and who's coming through that curtain, and who's going to shock the crap out of us. Now that's all of that, ladies and gentlemen, all of that is in the Christmas box, ladies and gentlemen, and it's ready to come off. And what element is it going to play? What role is it going to play? And whose bread is buttered here? Do they work with Jay White and help him get the title? Or did they side with MJF and help him retain the title? That is something that we need to expound upon because we don't know. And that's the most best thing about this main event is that we don't know what the end element is. We don't know what the end element is. And this is why I like Tony Khan and the way he books these main events because you don't know what's going to happen in the match. You can talk about it, you can make predictions, you can do a lot of things, a lot of scenarios you can play with in the booking. But in the end, it's all from the mind of Tony Khan. And we don't know what he's thinking at this point, and we have no idea what he's going to produce, and we have no idea what kind of element and shock and awe are we going to get in this main event.
We're gonna get a lot, I would say, but
you can get a lot out of it. What was that? What was that, DJ Sean?
Do we see the devil reveal itself? That's the big one.
I think we will see it, and I think he will play a very important element in the match. I think the lights will go out. The MJF goes for 3. All of a sudden, the lights go out. Referee gets knocked out. Here comes the devil. Here comes the devil.
I don't know. I feel like they're going to hold off. That's
well,
just me.
Okay,
I feel
all right. Well, like I said, anything is possible. Yeah, I know. But anything is possible in the wrestling world, place. Anything's possible, especially from the mind of Tony Khan. So
yeah, we've certainly seen that. That is for sure. We have certainly seen that.
Yeah. And so, ladies and gentlemen, based upon what DJ Storms is saying, I'm going to go on to say, wait a minute, he will retain. He will retain. But again, like I said before, and I'll say it again, we cannot leave that man in the devil's ass on the cutting room floor. And we certainly can't leave those men in black on the cutting room floor. And we certainly cannot leave on the cutting room floor who got signed by Tony Khan because he's not saying one word about it. So we're not going to know nothing until this match unfolds for itself. And the elements come into pieces and into play. But I agree with DJ Storms, and MJF retains here.
What are you doing? You hit the wrong button? The wrong button, bro?
No, I didn't. Nope, that wasn't me. I didn't hit anything. I'm sitting right here.
Looks like the devil's fucking around with us now. Pretty soon he's going to come up on the screen in that freaking white devil mask. Unbelievable. But we're MJF across the board here, but I do believe that the devil's going to hold off. And Didi, yeah, I know. I see that you're here. You're a little late because that's it. That wraps up this edition of The Rundown. If you want to go watch it back, go watch it back. I did a fucking Oompa Loompa Willy Wonka cover. I think you'll find that very entertaining. Breathe, Earl, breathe.
Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, I digress.
Ladies and gentlemen, that wraps up this edition of The Rundown. I would like to thank each and every single one of you for tuning in. Thank you very much to Mr. Earl Cole. It was always a fun time. Do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Check out all the links in the description. And be ready for my big announcement tomorrow. Big expansion coming with the DJ Storms brand. And, of course, we also got Lightning Flash Update on Saturday, Rewind for Full Gear on Sunday, Rundown for Survivor Series on Tuesday with Hula Grim. It is going to be fucking fantastic because it's always fucking fantastic when you're rocking and you're rolling with DJ Shizzle Dizzle. Earl Cole, tell everyone where they can find you on social media before we get on out of here.
Like I said before, ladies and gentlemen, I'll say it again, ladies and gentlemen, you can find me on social media. Very simple. All you got to do is go on X, WWE Earl C. That's WWE Earl C on X. Instagram is Earl C99. And of course, you can friend me on Facebook, ladies and gentlemen. And I'm a senior member of the DJ Storm Posse page. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm a senior administrator. All you got to do is just look me up, ladies and gentlemen. I just may invite you to join the posse, ladies and gentlemen. Now, tomorrow night, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to be back just 24 hours from now, ladies. I'm going to be back in the streams, ladies and gentlemen. I'll be back in the seats, ladies and gentlemen. Me and Sarah will bring you the historic telecast, ladies and gentlemen. Tomorrow night, we're gonna get going at 7:50 Eastern Daylight Standard Time, ladies and gentlemen. We're gonna bring you Collision. Then we're going to bring you Rampage. All of that and so much more tomorrow night on the Hardcore Sports Network. And then, ladies and gentlemen, we move into full year 2023 from Inglewood, California, the Kia Fabulous Forum. And we're going to bring you, ladies and gentlemen, the streams. We will hit the airwaves at 7:50 again on Saturday night. Please join me, Sarah Mack, the Giant, and Mitch Konsky. We're all going to bring you full year 2023, ladies and gentlemen. And then, ladies and gentlemen, we move over to Monday night and the Go Home Show. It is the Go Home Show.
Man.
Yep,
That's
it is the.
what I like to hear.
Yep, it is the Go Home Show. It is the Go Home Show for Monday Night Raw in Saginaw, Michigan. And we're going to bring that to you on Monday night, ladies and gentlemen, as it's Raw and it's about to gonna get crunk here on Monday night. So get crunk with me and my angels. I'm Charlie and I'm bringing my angels on Monday night to Monday Night Raw. So thank you very much.
Time, that's for sure. Thank you very much once again, Mr. Earl Cole. You are fantastic. And I'm DJ Storms. He is Earl Cole. And this has been the Rundown. But we're not done yet, because before we get out of here, there's a very, very important question that all must answer. It is the most important question that every single wrestling fan must answer. And that is, who runs the IWC?
Elvis. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. DJ Storms, ladies and gentlemen.
I thought you were going to say Willy Wonka, bro. Tell him again, please.
DJ Storms, ladies and gentlemen.
Damn right, baby. Who but DJ motherfucking Storms? And don't you dare forget it.
Cause we want retribution. Oh yeah, we want retribution. Oh yeah, we want retribution. Oh yeah, we want retribution. Yeah, we ran out of patience. Boil up with the